Welcome back to Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga. Or I think the title is the other way around. I don't know.
The path would open to her. A blood-carved stave, a soul sea falling, a too familiar darkness, an endless night. He is the next sign.
Poisoning her mind with fear. That rot covers him now. Covers him.
Do you see it, Senua? Do you see the darkness?
She feels it.
The faces of fear and suffering. You can see it.
That sign. What is it?
You need to understand. You need to understand.
Answer!
It is my father's sigil.
His father.
Your father.
The Gothi.
Monster.
He's here.
Look at him.
No,
Shadow.
but this place is his. The people here are weak. They would not survive without his help. Like you.
Does she?
Enough!
He's wounded. He won't try anything. You have to keep your eyes on.
Okay, so in case this is the first episode of this that you have watched, I'm trying to minimally interrupt the action because, I mean, this game is just so gorgeous, and half the reason to play it is the fact that it's so gorgeous. I think that having my face on the screen reduces the effect a little bit, so I'm trying to keep that to a minimum. I'm pausing periodically to comment on this game, but otherwise I'm trying to let the game speak for itself. So what happened in the previous episode was I was playing Senua, who is a leader of a group of you know what, I'm actually not sure where exactly this takes place. I was imagining probably somewhere in Britain, just because she's getting attacked by Northmen, and that's who that happened to a lot. And so she, in the previous game, I'm not going to try to explain the previous game, bunch of crazy stuff happened. She has voices in her head. She's probably somewhere in the realm of being schizophrenic, but there's also mystical, magical stuff in this world, and there's a blurry line between what is her madness and what is genuinely a part of this world, and so that's always a little bit uncertain. So that's when you're hearing all these voices in her head, that's what you're hearing. It's basically her brain talking to itself, and often in a hostile way. She allowed herself to be abducted by Northmen so that she could infiltrate them and find their leader. She successfully found their leader after a shipwreck, and she has she's hobbled him basically with an axe blow to the knee, and now he's stumbling around with her captive, and she's trying to use him to get information she can use to defend her people from the Northmen. So there's the context. Let's get back into the game.
We should have thrown you overboard. I wish you had drowned like the others. Just wait till I get free. You seriously think you will survive here? You don't know this place.
He is evil. He knows this place. She should trust him.
So quiet.
No further. Something's wrong.
What happened to him? It smells of death. He doesn't want
The
to.
settlement has fallen to the Draugar.
Oiga.
There is nothing but death beyond those gates.
I don't want to see what's in there. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Don't listen.
Someone is suffering.
You need to go inside. You need to help them. Someone needs your help.
Everyone.
How else?
Do you want to join them?
You came here to help.
Let's go.
Listen to yourself.
What is beyond there is too dark.
We are leaving. Now.
Don't give me orders, slaver. We'll find another way in.
You need to find them. Move quickly.
I will take you to my people, like I said.
He has
Not into this settlement. You have no idea what you're walking into.
He wants you to doubt.
Just turn around.
No, we can't leave. Don't tell him you hear things. Do you remember the screams? He wouldn't understand.
I just wanted to point out how clever it is that they're using him to guide you. I mean, technically, you're the one who's here exploring, but by keeping him just a few feet ahead of you and having him follow his own path, they're sort of telling you where to go, at least initially. I kind of want to mess with this a little bit. I want to see, if I start wandering off, what happens? What does he do? So I'll do a little bit of that, and just because I'm curious where the boundaries of this are.
I can't.
Damn you. Why won't you listen to reason?
I thought your father protected these people.
He does. Did. You can't protect people from their own stupidity. It looks like they let their guard down. They brought this on themselves.
These Draugar, what are they? What is this evil he understands that we do not?
The Draugar.
The Draugar. The dead ones. The revenants. Druth told her about them. Their endless hunger. She can hear the suffering. Hear the dying inside. Fear pulls her back. Pulls her down.
Okay, so what it looks like it's doing is, he's got some kind of path spline that he's following. And it looks like it's finding, finding a 90-degree tangent with it from her position to determine where on that spline the game thinks she is. So if she starts pushing and getting closer to him, he keeps moving to get ahead of her. But if she pulls back, then he stops. And so, how far to the side I go doesn't matter that much. What matters is where I am relative to his path. I used a similar tool like that to make cameras follow characters when I used to make little brawlers based on movies for kids back early in my career. We used a very similar kind of system to keep track of it. So there's something very simple underneath the surface here, I think. But I think what really sort of makes it work is sort of the natural behavior that he does. The fact that all of his, when he stops and he pauses, he looks back at her. There was one thing where it looked like he was turning around to look back at her when she was off to the side, and I wasn't sure if that was just the developers not being certain where the player was going to be and having to make a call. But yeah, I don't know. I might mess with it just a little bit more, but I don't know. I don't want to disrupt the experience too much either.
But there is something stronger pulling her on. It's a sign meant for her. She knows she must do something.
I wish I could shove him on purpose. I'd do it a lot.
What can you see?
The mounds of earth.
You see these graves? This is how we honor our dead. There will be no one to bury you.
These graves are new. So many bodies.
So much death.
Something's happened.
You haven't honored these graves. What happened?
I told you.
Draugar.
Draugar.
Who are they?
Are
They
they
won't
human?
just kill you.
Are they from this world or another world?
It is far worse. It is what they do after. They...
Will kill you. They will kill us.
You still have a chance to save your life. If you stop now.
You must trust yourself. Listen to your own mind.
Is it my life you're trying to save?
He is scared.
Why? Why is he scared?
He knows what they are capable of.
Draugar.
Why would you bring him with you?
Are you sure you want to?
She has to kill him.
He will be a burden to you.
But what if he escapes?
What are you going to do, Senua?
What are you going to do?
Decide.
What are you doing?
Screams of the dead.
There's something here.
They are not.
I need to find out what it is.
They are. They're dead.
You're mad.
She's not mad.
Doesn't see the signs.
Don't make sense.
Stupid.
He doesn't.
You're mad.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't see the signs.
There's no way. I am going in there.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Wounded. Hurt. Defeated.
But you need him.
No,
Feel.
you're not.
The rage.
But we need him alive.
He will try to escape.
She has.
Go on then. Do it.
Don't let the rage get the better of you.
The rage is coming.
Do you remember just moments ago he tried to kill you?
You shouldn't have saved him.
This was a mistake. Senua, he enslaves people.
How does it feel to be the one bound, helpless, waiting to die?
When this heals, I will kill you. Mad woman.
For that, you'll need to stay alive.
You must discover what is happening. What evil is here? What happened here? What happened here? Everybody has died.
All the people butchered.
Dead bodies everywhere.
It's happening again.
This is like what happened to your village. To your village. To us. Do you remember?
Do you?
The Northmen raided your village.
They enslaved people.
They took Dillian. Your beloved Dillian.
They killed him, Senua.
He died because of them.
Do you remember?
They took him from you. Your Dillian.
They killed him.
Bodies.
Everywhere bodies. Covered in blood.
The blood. Don't think.
In many games like this, the reason to look inside every house would be to collect collectibles. And that's all I would be thinking about at this stage is like, oh, have I missed a house? Is there a collectible I could find? I don't think there's any collectibles in this game. Or, no, I think there might be those, there's a form of collectible, I think, and that there are those, like, there's like runes or something, like shrines that you can interact with, but they're not like hidden collectibles that could be anywhere. They're prominent. They're their own thing. And so I think it's like for the kind of game they're making here, not having a bunch of random hidden collectibles is actually really nice, because when I'm going inside each of these buildings, I'm not thinking I'm here to check off a checklist. I'm here to find a collectible. I'm thinking I'm here to see everything that contributes to this story. And so I'm engaged with it at a story level, and I stay engaged with it on a story level rather than being distracted by chores.
It's already happened. It's in the past. It's too late. There's nothing you can do.
You are letting the past control you. What happened here?
Hold your breath.
The air smells thick with
The
disease.
stench of it. She can't forget. You can never forget that memory.
So, because you heard when I got near that baby's cradle, I could hear the baby crying. I could hear the mother trying to shush it. And so, I mean, I'm imagining that that is, Senua's memory, not memory, her imagination, creating hallucinations for her, basically. Like, she knows what happened here, and she's hallucinating it like it's happening with her in the present, which is interesting, partly because I'm also hearing these distant battle shouts, like while I'm walking up this little hill here, and I'm assuming that's also in my imagination. But there's this fuzzy boundary where, because Senua has got this these issues in her mind, she can't be sure if things that she sees and hears are from her imagination, or if they're actually there in front of her. So maybe there's still people fighting in a distant battle in the actual world, or maybe she's imagining it, and I just have to wonder.
Relax. If you face it, the past will free you. No. Don't listen. No, it's too much.
She's a witch, I heard.
It's worse than you could ever imagine.
I just keep hearing these scenes that I want to go back and listen to. What?
It's happening again. It's him. There. He is dying again. Dying right before your eyes, just like before. Face it. You need to face it. Focus. You need to look at it. Face the past. There are 3 parts to this symbol. Find all of them. All of them. Look for the signs. You will find your deepest, darkest memories. Be careful with the past. She's getting closer. Yes, she can feel it. You have have to get to the right place
You have to look at it the right way.
to see it fully.
I'm not seeing a lot of objects in the world that I could use to line up with this symbol. Handful of floating bones. Oh, wait. Oh, do I not have to line it up? I thought I had to line it up directly with this symbol, but maybe I don't. Maybe I just need to find it somewhere.
Up there. There.
How will she get up there?
Oh, she can't find a path. You have to find a way, Senua. There must be a way.
Okay. That body looks like it could be something. Oh, wait. What am I looking for? Clearly there's something here. Oh, wait. Wait, is it here? I can line these two things up, right? Ah, this doesn't seem right. Oh, wait. Oh, what's this? Could that be something that... Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Face it. Focus.
You found the first part, yes. 2 more to go.
2 more.
Only 2.
This place will worm its way into your mind. It will suck you back into the past and hold you there.
How far away can I go and still be engaged with this puzzle? Can it be back here?
She's getting
Oh, yeah.
closer.
Yes. She can feel it.
You found another part. 1 more to go. 1 more, Senua.
I warn you. You are back there now. In the worst time of your life.
Okay, it looks like the elements of this puzzle glow red. So if I see anything else glowing red, it might be a part of it. Can I go inside?
They are all dead. Dead for Senua.
Oh, there's something red.
It's somewhere around here. Look. She can feel it. Look closer.
Closer.
Oh, it's got to be up on
Not
that
like
path.
this. No, find another angle.
Oh, can't go up this way? All right. Yeah, because these two logs are fat and the other red logs are thin, those other red logs have to be the ones that'll be
path above. Maybe
closest
we
to
can
the
get a better
camera.
view from there. Find a better view. Find it.
So I went around exploring this whole area before I even knew there was a puzzle.
Yes, getting closer. She can feel it. Focus. Go through it to the other side. Focus.
You know what's coming.
You have come so far.
This is the hardest part.
So one thing I appreciate about the voices and the way they help you is that the way they structure it in this game, they're giving you hints, but they're only giving you hints as feedback for your own actions. It's like they're playing hot and cold with you. So if you just stand there, they're not going to tell you anything new, but they are going to give you hot and cold messages as you're moving around. So when you get close to something, they'll tell you you're getting close, and if you get far away, they won't. That's a better approach, I think, than what you see in, like, I don't know, there's games like, say, God of War Ragnarok, where, you know, you're doing nothing. Like, you're not doing any particular thing, and characters just start chiming in with the solution, you know, or just say, hey, why don't you try this? You know, which, that doesn't feel like I'm feeling my way towards the solution. It feels like the game is just telling me what to do. But in this case, because every time they talk, it's because I've gotten close to something. I've made a choice. I feel like what I'm getting is more of a push and pull between me and the game, where I'm doing things and the game is responding. That feels like it's an action of mine. That doesn't feel like I'm just being told what to do because the game has gotten impatient with me.
What are you doing?
Return to the gate.
Use the symbol.
Use it.
You think you understand? You will never understand.
Where are we now?
Where are you? What's that?
You recognize this place?
No.
Senua, it's home.
Senua, you've come home.
It's your mother. Senua.
Come in.
Can you hear us?
It's good.
She's singing.
It wasn't all bad, was it?
That voice.
Remember?
Voice.
The mirror, Senua. It will help you fight your memories.
You have to take it. Keep it with you.
My mirror. It will help you get through this. Listen,
The burning.
Do you remember me, Senua?
they're coming.
Smoke.
I bet you will soon.
The Northmen are coming. They are coming for you.
Remember what they did to you. How your village.
Now, before we get started, let's remind ourselves how combat works. It's been a few days for me. So fast attack is on X, heavy attack is on Y, block and parry is on RB, and A is evade. Okay.
You will never
Focus. Focus.
Okay, so let me explain what I think is happening here. Initially, I'm getting into a normal fight with each of these weird fractured soldiers, and I'm doing my normal fast attacks, heavy attacks, blocks, but something is causing the mirror at my belt to charge up. And when it's full, I can hold one of the focus buttons, RT or LT, and then I'm attacking them and dispelling them. And so I'm not sure exactly what changes or what the rules are. But maybe like they can't defend from focus attacks or something like that. So characters that are impervious will, be defeated by it or something. Or maybe, focus attacks are the only way to dispel certain kinds of magical and or imaginary enemies. I'm not sure how it all works, but that's what I'm trying to do. So basically, you see the mirror start to glow, and when I see it start to glow, I hold LT, and then I start attacking, and then my attacks go really, really well.
I know this place.
She drowns in the past. All that she lost, tearing at her with dead hands and eyes of fire. Her village, just cinders now. The past is never past. Her father,
Simba.
Did you think you could escape your past, Senua? You tried to run, didn't you?
She can't forget. You can never forget.
You thought you got away.
No,
You thought you left it behind in hell.
Dillian, you're Dillian. You're lovely Dillian.
But you will never be free of this.
his pain.
His suffering.
However far you go, it will hold you forever in darkness.
The only way.
Take your darkness with you. It's yours.
Be in control of
You will never leave your past behind. It binds you here,
You'll drown in the memory of him.
helpless.
She will be lost in grief forever.
I carry it with me.
To hold on to it.
It drives me forward.
She cannot forget.
It's a promise. Not a prison.
Keep it close.
Don't let the past stop you.
Don't let it drag you down.
Your destiny awaits. Look up.
The worst pain, the cruelest blows, they make us who we are. Do you see that? She does. She won't lose them again, her mother, her lover. She won't forget. She won't let them slip from her. Like light fading as eyes close. She will hold them.
It's hanging from a pole.
Like a cow.
What could do this? Draugar remembers.
The light. Go towards the light.
It is terrifying, but somehow
Let it draw you in.
beautiful. I think it's their goddess, Freya.
Yes, Freya. What was that? Something is hidden.
Can you see it?
Oh.
The skalds say that in Grettir's time, a nearby farm was plagued by hauntings. A shepherd called Glamour was killed by some evil force, found dead in the snow, bloated and black. His body could not be taken to burial because he was held fast to the ground. So it was left. 3 days after his death, the body was missing.
So, I'm pretty sure that this is telling me that I've missed a collectible. I think this is the only collectible in the game, but they mark these runes based on which ones I've already found. So I found the top one and I found the third one, but it looks like I missed the second one somewhere behind me. I don't know if it was in this chapter or the previous one. For now, I guess I can't worry about it. I suspect that at some point I'll be able to come back and replay old chapters to find the ones that I missed, and hopefully they'll still add up to whatever reward you get for completing them all. And maybe there is no reward. Maybe it's just, hey, these are some stories that they tell you as you fill in these runes.
There, the light. Look. Go towards it. Look, over there.
What can you see?
Something different.
I do really appreciate how they highlight the golden path here. So I can tell this is the golden path, and that was a secret. It's always annoying to me when I guess wrong and I end up skipping a secret thinking that I'm getting a secret when I'm actually just proceeding along the one-way golden path.
What is it?
Look.
It's a face. Focus, Senua.
Focus.
Focus on what exactly? I can't go any further. Is there something special about this light? Oh,
So beautiful.
They're moving.
Moving, transforming.
Where will it take you?
oh, wait, what? Okay, I didn't quite catch what happened there. Did I make a door appear?
Look, life. Focus, Senua.
In all the places of the earth, They know that the gods and spirits affect man's path. All the misfortune that befalls man lies at their feet. If you have eyes to see, you see their presence and their power. Keep your eyes open, traveler, and you might see their faces.
Okay, so it seems like they're just teaching me about collectibles here, because I don't think there's another way out through this way. So where am I trying to go? Oh. Okay. I misread what was going on with the Golden Path. I thought the light was the Golden Path, and they were telling me, hey, this is the main way, so if you digress from here, you're going after collectibles. They weren't. The Golden Path was something else. They were deliberately pulling me off the path to make sure I caught a certain kind of collectible. I don't know what that spiral on the tree was. Is that some kind of upgrade? Like, did I just find a piece of heart like in Zelda or something like that? I'm not sure. Maybe that's just a second kind of collectible. Or I guess we'll have to see what that was.
That scream.
That voice.
Something dark, Senua.
You need to go up there.
Don't let them see you come.
You need to find out.
Don't let the monsters find you.
You can do this, Senua. I believe in you.
She knows what it's like to fear. As a child, scared of the night, her mother's soft voice calmed her. But now, she's alone. And there's more to fear than just the darkness. There are ghosts that walk in the noonday sun, monsters that climb out from under the bed. Some shadows can't just be dispelled with light. Some shadows don't want to scare you. They want your blood, your flesh, your life. But the voices are calling.
They're calling.
Something is drawing you in. Keep moving towards it.
The glow of the light.
Go quietly.
Il Toiga.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It's terrifying.
So beautiful.
You can sense the evil here. So near. Listen. What do they do?
Torture. They will kill you. They will kill us. You can still turn back. She can barely move, she can barely walk. So shoot them.
What can you see? Moving. Control your fear. Control it.
You can do this. The light is so enticing.
We want to keep moving towards it.
We'll lead you to where you need to be.
She can't get in. Find another way.
You can do this.
It's easy to turn back, turn away, when every nerve is screaming with fear. Be safe, be quiet, run and hide, run away. But to turn back is to lose yourself, lose your way, defeated and dead-eyed. And the path ahead is clear, soaked in blood and bile, but beacon bright and clear.
Okay, a couple of little comments here. First off, that was a very effective way to introduce a very scary enemy. Like watching, because we can read such fear in her face, we can really sort of like regardless of whether I'm personally scared by this imagery of, these maybe dead monsters, the fact that I've already been sympathizing with her so much and I can see how afraid she is, that gives some extra weight to these monsters. I was amused by the fact that they were eating brains, which actually makes them more old school zombies than a lot of the zombies that we see in games like State of Decay, where they don't eat brains. So that was kind of interesting. One other little weird aside, I've been listening to a lot of, YouTube videos about sort of like historical music and things like that. And one thing that came up was that throat singing sound, that very deep sort of noise that they were integrating. That's been incorporated into a lot of modern renditions of Viking music. But as far as anyone could tell, that was never a part of the actual Norse musical tradition. That it was a little bit, that it definitely didn't have that same sort of dark and intimidating edge to it that throat singing has. I think that throat singing is a little bit more of an Eastern thing. Like it might be, done more in places like Mongolia. There might be lots of different places where it happens. But anyway, so I think that it's interesting that, they're sort of leaning into sort of the modern, sort of like really dark and creepy mystique sound of these Northmen, because that's sort of, they're not trying. This is not a historical recreation of what it was like to live in these times. This is a magical realist sort of exploration where this is not our world. This is the darker world that might be imagined by someone who is being terrified by their own mind, and perhaps by real things, but someone who's being terrified by their own mind.
Keep going.
Maybe this time she can't.
This fear can't drag you down.
You've chosen this place for a reason.
So many voices.
What is this place?
So loud.
What if this fear is worth listening to? You can feel it, that voice.
Summoning you.
That voice.
What's down there?
Spirits. Rotten.
Look.
I journeyed to these darkest lands to heal those overcome by fear and hate. However dark it seemed, I always found a ray of light. In this wretched land, by far the darkest of them all, it seemed the shadow would never lift. But I knew I would find my light.
Who is he?
He knows her.
He feels us.
Reaching out to us in the dark.
You have to help him, Senua.
This is our quest.
This is our destiny.
mission.
Senua, would you give your life for these outsiders?
In my darkest hour, it was an outsider who saved me.
This man, his kin killed yours. You should want his blood, not to give him aid. Oh, you have lost your way.
Down there. I can't look. Horrible. It's too much. What are they doing to her? Dragging her away. Taking her. No, don't look back. Look what they do to those who fight. They will do this till you see you. They will destroy you limb from limb. Don't let them see you yet. It's not time. You have to get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. It's not too late to turn back. You can always turn back. What's that shadow? What was it? Butchering her. Slaughtering her. Thought it couldn't get any worse. How could you make them stop? What are they? It's too much. What are they? It's just too much. They're not human. They can't be. They're monsters.
A rite of blood and fire. You will never understand this power.
Just wanted to break in for just a second and comment on the fact that while this game is not afraid to shy away from nasty imagery, as we were walking through that village initially, for instance, lots of dead bodies left strewn around, mangled in horrible condition. When they really want to shock you, they don't show you. Like, they show you the shadow of something terrible happening, or they'll show it blurred while your character looks terrified. Like, there's actually, basically, there's a lot of games that sort of sanitize violence and don't really show it because they're trying to, because they're just trying to not go there. You know, they're trying to, depict violence in terms of, the story has violence to create stakes, but they're not really trying to show you the horrors of violence. Then there are games that take it further. They do show you all the blood and gore, and they really try to make you feel the visceral impact of violence. And sometimes that's done to make it horrifying. Sometimes it's done to make it exciting. But either way, there's that level. Hellblade 2 is taking it to a third level where they're showing you we are willing to go there and show you the gore, and then they'll employ techniques for masking the violence to make you imagine that it's even worse than what they've showed you. Whatever they've already showed you, that's the level you're anchored at. And if they then don't show you something, you imagine that it is far worse than anything you've ever seen. So it's like they're pushing the violence to 11 by pushing it into your imagination, which is the only place where it can get worse.
Something is coming.
I don't want to go down there. You have to. She has no choice. There's no other path. But he will drown in the blood. Blood and bones and bodies. Blood and bones and bodies.
Stand it anymore. I can't. Shh, don't. What's that? No, listen. That one out. Screaming, the screaming. It's too loud. The bones, the sound, bones breaking, snapping. Close your eyes. The sound is worse. The mud happening above your head. It's too much. I can't move. She can't move. Keep moving. She has to keep moving. Don't stop. The one whose voice cuts through the chaos. He is her next sign, the next step on her path. She will bathe in blood, her sword will sing, and she will free him. He'll die trying.
She has us! She's fighting back! Come on! Yes! Come up and fight!
Body's strong like rocks, you have to hit harder! They are fast, but you know what they're going to do. They're predictable. To hit him. Ignore the pain. So strong. They enjoy killing. Let him suffer. Enjoy pain. Don't suffer. Full of rage. Strong. Do this, Senua. Let's give them pain. Come on, get up. You can do nothing. What are they made of? There is no time to feel pain now, Senua. Keep going. Eat what they kill. Let them kill you. Toying with you. Fight. Clever. There is no time to feel pain now, Senua. Keep going. You can see the hassle and feel it. They underestimate you. Take some pain. Get up, we have to get up. This can't be the end. I not deserve to die here, Senua. What is this creature? He is better than you. How will you ever win this?
Crap.
You are faster. You can see the battle and feel it. Time to feel pain now, Senua. Keep going. From us! Gather in the hearts, body's strong like that. You have to hit harder.
Time to recover.
No time. You came here to free him. Now do it.
Cut me loose.
What's he going to do?
We have no time, Senua.
Earth is shattering.
He is not ready. Set him free.
What is your name?
Senua.
He is not free.
I've been waiting for you.
Do it. Do it now. It's here. Help me.
His voice terrifies. She is coming. Can you feel her? She can feel it. Something from the other world is coming.
It's here. Help now. Do it.
Get out! Run! Run! Don't wait to find out.
What do we do?
He's Saga! Run!
We were lucky. Come on.
It all just stopped.
Yeah, it's daybreak. She'll have to hide from the light now. But she will hunt us. Find our trail as soon as he can. You're not safe now. Let's go.
Who are you?
My name is Fargrimr. I come from a settlement nearby. I came here to seek help.
He almost died.
You
The Freyslaug had fallen to the Draugar.
And to something
I walked
else.
into a massacre.
What was that?
And they took me as well.
But he was not like
Why
the
were you
others.
bound to that pole? What were the Draugar doing?
I'm calling to the creature, drawing her forth with
Her.
thunder
A
and blood.
creature called through death.
and I was an offering.
Tiger.
But why? Why were they calling it? It killed them.
Are we safe now?
I seem to worship her.
He seems too calm.
What if she comes back?
Her dark heart seems to speak to their own. I mean, all the old gods have left these lands, so
We should leave as well.
we'll find new ones where we can.
This land is cursed, Senua.
We will only find death.
Everyone is dying, and you know they will blame you.
Everyone does.
We do.
What are you going to do?
What can we do?
Follow him.
I need to return home, to my people.
Go with him. He can help you.
If you come with me, I will offer you what help I can. But I have to warn you, the creature stalks my village. We can offer you refuge for a time, but not safety.
You've seen her before.
They have no hope.
To my cost. To everyone's cost. She haunts this
They
land,
have lost
from here to
everything.
my village in Red Hills.
If we go with him, she will find us.
We will find her.
Maybe you can fight her, Senua.
So you're from Orkneyar by your accent. How did you come here?
As a slave. I have the slave master tied down there.
He brought you here.
The master.
Maybe he escaped.
We don't know his name.
Thorkistur?
We do now.
I didn't ask his name.
Thorkistur of Borgarvirki.
There. We need to go there. He knows.
He knows.
You know it? Can you tell me how to get there?
Yes, but why would you want to go there? He'll kill you. Worse.
We need to go there, Senua.
Don't doubt. Don't be a coward. He can help you.
He will show you the way.
You don't need that monster.
What was the name?
Thorkester.
By the gods. What a terrible thing this is. The Draugar were always savage. This is worse than I ever thought possible. I believed that with time, we could claw back our land.
He wished that.
But he didn't believe it.
He has no hope.
This gets darker, bloodier with each day that passes.
Look. That monster, Thorkester, is still there.
Still alive.
What are you going to do, Senua?
You know what to do.
We don't need him anymore.
What do you want to do about him?
Nothing. Leave
I
him.
don't need him. You can tell me where I need to go.
He cares about him.
But if you leave him, he will die. Draugar. Or simply starvation.
Don't doubt, Senua.
If the Draugar took him, it would be no less than he deserves.
Help me.
She is weak.
Don't feel pity. He doesn't deserve it.
She cannot do it.
Something about him.
She saw it.
Not just a monster.
She saw it.
A ray of light.
He is evil. There is no choice. So stupid. She's not listening to us.
Stupid.
She is saving him.
That monster.
That wound looks bad, Thorkistur.
I don't want to talk
But
to you.
if you accept my hospitality, I can have it treated. You will not make it far alone.
I will come with you. But this changes nothing. Do not expect any gratitude from me or my father.
How could I?
You still haven't told me what she is. Draugar.
So many questions.
She's a giant. They awaken at sundown.
Tiger.
Tiger.
A giant.
A cursed land.
But now she has help. Fargrimma knows this land.
Many have tried to fight them, but all have failed. They're immortal. Maybe the gods can kill them, but there are no gods in these lands. The giants, they hide by day and hunt at night. You may think, well, at least there's some respite by day. But know this. The nights grow longer. And come winter, there is no day. Just...
I feel like I should wrap this up in just a second. I didn't say anything during the combat except for crap when I died. Because it was just too intense, and then we went straight on to the conversation with the guy that we saved. But that was interesting how, I mean, I loved the fact that it wasn't just Senua fighting a million dudes, because that wouldn't be, you wouldn't buy that. I mean, despite how fantastical and mystical this story is, it's also extremely grounded in that you expect Senua not to be a superhero. You expect her to be able to do only what a normal mortal person can do. And when she does more than that, it's a big deal. It's a great, victory. It's her, it's a triumph of her spirit over, opposition. And so they can't just have her take on an entire camp full of guys by herself without just undermining all of that, turning her into a superhero. So I love the fact that instead they had her inspire an uprising from the captives. So the captives were I think she did nearly all of the killing that we saw, but the captives were keeping the enemy busy so that she actually wasn't trying to face all of them at the same time. I thought that was a really, really great move. Also, I mean, we don't have a health meter. We can't really tell what kind of situation we're in when we're fighting, but it looks like what the rules are if an enemy successfully knocks me down, hits me enough times in a row that I fall down, I then get one more chance to defeat that enemy. And if I defeat them, great, we move on and we're fine. If that enemy defeats me a second time, then we lose. So I'm glad that we died once, because I wanted to understand, because for a while I was wondering, can I die at all? I think there were early fights where they would not have let me die. And so now I know that I can die, and I know how serious it is. I was saving up my focus just to use against enemies that I really didn't know how to fight, like the guys who spray fire everywhere. I don't know how to get away from that, because I tried at one point and he was like blasting it in a wide arc and I just wasn't able to escape. So I mostly used my focus attacks on the fire guys because I wasn't sure what to do with them. In cases where I'm knocked down, though, I should immediately use focus if I have it, because I need to defeat that enemy in order to keep progressing. So I'm going to keep that in mind now that I understand how death works in this game. So those I guess that's my comments on that. I'm trying to find the right moment to cut this. I tried to hit pause after I thought the guy was done talking, and I was wrong. I cut him off partway through a line. So I'm going to unpause it for just a second to see if we can catch the end of this narration. But this is going to be the end of the episode, and we're going to move on to the next one in a future episode.
Endless night. Soon the time of man will end.
Okay, I think that was actually the chapter break right there. I think that was the end of his narration, and I think we're moving on to the next chapter now. So this is where we're going to cut it off. So yeah, I mean, I got to get back to work anyway. I think we've got a meeting in like 3 minutes, so this is perfectly timed. But yeah, I'm just still in awe of this game. I don't know, like, they're able to pull things off, like techniques that they're using here, things like showing you the fear on your character's face, who you're already deeply enmeshed with her emotionally, and sort of using that to make the enemy scary without necessarily having to show that much of the enemy. The way that they're able to sort of obfuscate things in order to make them scarier, a lot of that depends on things that only they can do. Being able to really read somebody's emotions, being able to, just sort of to feel like you are there in the world with this character because everything is so well realized. There's just techniques that they're using, like storytelling techniques and cinematographic techniques that only work at this level of execution. And so I love that this studio exists and that they're able to, I'm really glad that, our parent company, Microsoft, bought and funded these people, because saying bought these people sounds a little bit odd, especially in a game about slavers. You know what I mean, though? That they bought this studio and that they're pumping money into it so that we can have things like this. Because I mean, a game like this that is realized to such a high degree can be incredibly expensive, especially like per hour of final experience for the player. It's outrageously expensive to spend the time and the effort to get to this level of detail and this level of like refined execution. And so it can be really difficult for just anyone to do this. And so I'm really glad that we're like, that Microsoft is making investments in stuff like this, because I think that, these people are amazing and they're able to pull off incredible stuff, but that can sometimes be hard to do in a world where all of that stuff can come down to money. So I'm really glad that they're able to. And with that, I guess we'll wrap this up. So there is a subscribe button, and I'm planning on coming back and playing more Hellblade 2. So whenever I do, I guess I'll stick that there, and I'll see you then.